guys, and welcome back to Rainbow Ink. Today, as you already probably read the title and already seen my shirt, because I'm wearing my Percy Jackson shirt, Camp Half-Blood to be precise. Today we're doing another sorting video since it's the month of Halloween and also Day of the Dead is coming up soon. It's in the month of October. I figured that I would do the characters from Disney's Pixar, Coco. So please note, not all of the characters are in here. I just picked a handful of them. Pretty much how this works is I'm sorting characters within the Camp Half-Blood houses of how someone would sort characters into the Hogwarts houses, but this is Camp Half-Blood. And yeah, we have cards here. So let's run through the cards real quick. Zeus, Poseidon, Demeter, Ares, Apollo, Artemis, Hephaestus, Aphrodite, Hermes, Dionysus, and then the other cabin card is 13 for 20, just for like interests. Hades, Hypno, Iris, just to name a few. The reason why Hera and Artemis are in here, even though they don't have demigod children, or well, Artemis doesn't have children, I don't think, anyways. This is just a like what if scenario, like their passions and what they stand for, pretty much area. So there's that. Anyways, let's start off with our main hero, Miguel. So Miguel wants stubborn, he's good. He's mostly our hero of the story. He wants to be a musician and go across the band, from what I understand. But he mostly wants to be a musician, and he breaks in and goes into the land of the dead. So I feel like we're gonna have this cabin in here twice, but musician, music, wants to be more than a shoe polisher. Because of the attributes of music, don't know if I still said that right, we got Apollo, cabin 7. Yep, Apollo. So there's that. Again, he just wants to be a musician and kind of like discover the truth of what fully happened. So there's that. I would consider him a musician. Next up, I usually save this kind of character for last, but I figured it would just be funny just to go ahead and throw him in here now for the second character, which is our quote-unquote villain of the story. I apologize if I say this wrong. Esnaraldeulu Cruz. I don't know if I fully said that right. I'm so sorry. His picture's on the screen. I suck at pronouncing names and words. I apologize. So, he is mostly the villain of this story. He's a con man. So, I think we immediately kind of know where he's going, but he's also sneaky and upper-handed, like Hera. So, I'm torn. Because usually I put sometimes villains in Hera, because Hera's the worst. And Hera's more the villain than any of the monsters, really, in my opinion. But I'm 110% torn between Hera and Hermes, because Hermes is con, he's a thief. Not saying all kids of Hermes are that way, but still, and he got away with murder. I feel like Hermes can do that very well. Get away with murder. So I think I'm gonna put him in because con artistness and thievery and I feel like this is the god who can get away with murder very quickly, so and effectively. Not saying all the gods can't get away with murder, but you get my point. This being Hermes. So yeah, Hermes, con, thievery, probably the one that can get away with murder the best, like I said. So there's that. I think that's the first time I put a villain in anything but Hera. Yay! So that's good for me. Next up is Hector. If I said that right again. So Hector, I feel like he's in the same boat as Miguel in this sort of case. Even though Hector is, hopefully I'm saying this right, great-great-grandson? Hector's great-great-grandson. Am I saying that right? Is my getting the terminology right? Because I'm like trying to figure out terminology of everything still after watching this movie. He got murdered. Let's just be honest, he got murdered. He wanted to be a musician and he went with his buddy. So again, the musician attributes. I think I'm gonna put him in with Miguel, that Apollo, because he does write a song. He writes "Remember Me" for Coco, his daughter. But yeah, Apollo, musician, same qualities, kind of like Miguel in my intake, but you get my point. Hopefully, it's the same places, legalities of it, because he helps him out during the movie. He's like a secondary character, even though he's the main character, but you get my point. So there's that. Okay, next up, this is where this next one's gonna get weird, because I always put the animal sidekick in here. Our next character, as I already mentioned, the animal sidekick, Dante. So Dante's a dog. So he is a spirit guide oh, now I'm torn. I just realized this. Now I'm torn with him being a spirit guide to Miguel. Whether or not if I want to put him in Hades because of the spirit stuff, and being like a spirit guide and whatever, and kind of reminding me, since now I'm saying spirit guide, of Cerberus. This big difference. Cerberus was a guide, of course, and everything else. Or, do I follow the way of all the animal sidekicks before him and some of the non-animal sidekicks that actually can speak in Hephaestus? This is where I'm turned. Because, again, like all animal sidekicks, he's very loyal and helpful, and he tries and helps Miguel because he's loyal and he's the animal sidekick. It's just him being part spirit guide kind of way throws it off a little bit to where you want to put him in Hades because of the spirit stuff, but the dog is still living technically to me. I think just because of loyalty and the dog is still alive, even though he's a spirit guide, I'm gonna put him in Hephaestus. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put him in Hephaestus, but again, another one that can work is Hades. Since he's kind of living and is helping Miguel through this whole process, I think I'm gonna put him in Hephaestus for the moment. Dante is going to Hephaestus. Like with all the animal sidekicks, our final character is Imelda. Wait, I said that right. Sorry if I mispronounced it because I'm a terrible human being. She's pretty much Hector's wife, aka Miguel's great-great-grandmother, I want to say. She's the one who established the ban on music in her family. She is very protective of her family, sort of say, but also can be very stubborn and, how can I put this nicely? Pretty much hair away of it that I can say. Just the big difference is she placed a ban on her family of music versus Hera. Yeah, you already know where this is going. I'm putting in her and Hera. So, because she protective of her family and everything else, and just pretty much is very wifeish. I don't know, but I'm gonna put her in Hera because she wanted to protect her family and help them kind of in a way. And the reason why she put the ban on, because she was heartbroken with Coco's father, aka Hester, running off and like never coming back, but we later find out he was murdered, so he couldn't do anything about that really. He was killed. And that's why she put the ban on, because he left her for that. So I'm gonna put him in Hera for the moment. I know. I'm sorry. And that was our last character of the day. If you think any of these characters should have gone someplace else, tell me in the comments below. Please put me into my place, because some of these I probably should have put someplace else, like that last one. And I just wanted to use a cop-out and everything else. Or if there's like any characters that you think they should have gone someplace else, or are there like attributes of them, or even if I'm saying that word wrong, or how to even pronounce some of these characters if I mispronounce them. Put me in my place. I'm fine with it. But anyways, guys, please make sure to like and subscribe and all that beautiful jazz. Last video is right there. Subscribers beneath me, and also playlist of other swearings is up there, and also be in the link in the description below with some Percy Jackson videos. And I'll see you guys next time here on Rainbow Ink. Bye.